Mute. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Good morning, Dom.
What's up, Jason? How are you?
I'm doing good.
So I can type in the Twitch chat, but the video, there's the commercial. I was going to say, but the video and the commercial won't play. That's so weird.
Here's a good game. What's been your favorite commercial so far?
I don't watch them, but I seem to be watching a MetaQuest commercial. That looks pretty cool. Immersive gameplay.
It's really annoying when I'm just listening and I'm in the car and like I don't have a long drive and the commercials take up like a large amount of that time real estate, what I could be listening. It's really annoying. It's like people make money off of those.
Well, that's a little bit of the why I just kind of like let the morning theme song play for a little bit, like to let the quote unquote room fill up, or to, wait till someone, drops a GM or something in the chat. So I know there's actually a live person and I'm not just like jumping on, kind of talking to myself and no one's getting anything out of it. No clue who or how many people watch the replay or listen to the audio later. Shout out to those later people. If you are one of those people, hit me in the DM. Let me know that you're actually watching it later so that I know. Good morning, Paul. How are you? How's baby? What's going on? How's your life? How are the birds? Wasn't Paul saying the other day that he was having some hatchings coming up soon? Is it hatchings? Remember, he had mentioned his parents the other day. Something was coming up soon.
Chicks.
Yeah,
such a good way to ring in the spring,
right? Wonder how his it's gonna be a very interesting if he keeps that side hustle going as his daughter ages up. Like to just have, like I'm just imagining him in a big. He has a bird room, like a room full of birds. I don't know if they fly around freely or if he just stands around and they all jump onto his shoulder.
What's Paul's side business with birds? Paul, do you hatch birds or chickens?
Yeah, I think it's parrots.
Yeah, nice.
He raises them, hatches them, and sells them. I think if I'm not too sure, but yes. What's up, Ryan?
Baby bird.
What's up, boys?
How you doing?
Did dinosaurs turn into birds? Are birds dinosaurs?
I'm convinced. Yes. You ever see a chicken's legs?
No, an owl's legs though. I've seen. That's weird.
If you look at the back of a chicken's legs, they have that scaly armor plating. Everything else looks delicious on it, but the back of the bottom of the legs, it looks like a velociraptor.
I think it's really weird that.
Wait, hold on. Can we all just stop for a second? Can you say the name of that dinosaur again?
I said velociraptor first, but velociraptor.
Velociraptor.
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure that we're on the same page.
It took me a moment too, but I just also want to run it back that Ryan's never seen a chicken's legs, but he's seen an owl's legs.
I did say no, didn't I? I guess I have.
No, I've never seen a chicken's legs, but I have seen an owl's legs.
Yeah. No, I have seen chicken legs. Although I think my statement was more like wasn't very impressive. So.
Oh, gotcha.
But an owl's legs.
The chickens skip leg day, but the owls don't.
No, the owls skip leg day. Take a look at it. It's kind of weird. Like if you Google owl legs.
Paul,
chickens definitely do not skip leg day. At least the ones that I eat.
Paul, please send Ryan pictures of your parrot's legs. Did they skip leg day? What's up, David? What's up, Brian? How are you guys doing? Good morning. Happy Wednesday. How are you guys getting along this week?
I'm good. I'm good. Speaking of gratitude, I actively tried to stay grateful for the past few days. It was a very busy last few days, and nothing was good.
Oh dang!
Oh, look.
Where's your Fahrenheit? Where's your? Oh man!
When our powers combine, we have anxiety.
So just a few really big events. Saturday was busy. Sunday, I have district art show, which is like the big event of the district where I curate up to 200 works of student art and label them. And just like remembering what everybody made, which surprisingly I can do. I have like a 98% hit rate on remembering. And then moving stuff to a fairgrounds location in town. That's a big lift. And then me and Kristen had the opportunity to put on a self-defense seminar on Monday. And that was the same night as the art show set up. On top of that, we have CMAS standardized testing, which just kind of messes up a schedule. So it was really just a few days of like my brain having to be on all the time. I had way too many Celsiuses the entire time. I didn't go to bed until 4:30 on Sunday night. And yesterday when I was done, I could not release. Like I was just like tense and anxious. And like I made a drink at home, like a super simple drink with like 3 ingredients. And like I took out like 5 things to pour it into. Like I couldn't decide. Like I couldn't make simple decisions. And I just like ended up making a mess. So so grateful for the events we got to do, but it definitely took a toll.
It's very cool. I mean, that's a very busy weekend. How was David brought it up, but how was self-defense like class? How did that come about? Like, are
that
you
was so Kristen's history. When we started dating, she had been doing martial arts, Isshin-ryu, karate. It's an Okinawan style since she was 8, and she got me into it. And for the first the entire time we dated, she got me into it. I got up to brown belt, and that's kind of been like a family thing of hers. And part of that is teaching self-defense and teaching kids. So we put on a seminar for girls going off to college with their moms, and it went great. All the things that we had done years ago all kind of came back. Definitely could like polish up the presentation, but it was a really good way to interact with people we've never met before and share some knowledge. So nothing but gratitude for all that stuff.
Yeah, that's really cool. Well, you had a busy week.
I love that. I love that target market right there. For moms with daughters going to college. Is that what you said?
Yeah,
I think it's daughters going to college for sure is the target market. But he's like, bring your moms so that you feel, like a mother-daughter date class or something like that.
I would not say target market, because the whole point of the class was to make them not a target.
But not feel like a target.
It's a self-defense joke.
Yeah, that was great. Everyone take a sip. I got one too. I got a sip too. So I love it. I think that's really amazing. I think that was a necessary thing for a lot of confidence. I always think about confidence. Like around the world, all we're selling is confidence, right? Whether it's like nutrition, whether it's like putting together someone's house, whether it's going to be self-defense or art, everybody, like all we're doing is we're just trying to teach and pass around different bits of confidence that we know how to kind of get, right? That's how I always think of the world.
Confidence and knowledge.
Yeah, that's what it is. My week has been, I feel like I just like busted into this gym, and the guy at the front desk is like, how you doing? I was like, frazzled. And so I like, ran upstairs doing my stuff. I already saw like 2 people this morning. It's just a lot of stuff going on. Transition week, I'll keep saying it. We got a transition happening. Lauren's got some great life events going on, which we're very proud of her for being able to secure what she wanted with the job move, which is awesome. She's also trying to hold down a lot of like her own private practice, and then we got the kids, and then we got my private practice. We got these new things that I've been doing, so we got a lot of stuff going on. And the older I get, the less great I am with change. So we're slowly working through this week. That's all. But we'll get there. Dom, how are you guys?
Doing all right. Hanging out. I've had to have a lot of reflection. I connected with an old VFriend community member that I haven't talked to in a really long time because he went in a different direction. But he's been walking me through a lot of stuff, helping shine some light on some inefficiencies in the business. And so I've just been spending a lot of time trying to think about what to do and where to go from here. Wife and I have been talking a lot about all of our family expenses and stuff like that. So that was a huge eye opener on like how much money we spend. So it's been a little bit of that. Been trying to stay off of the streaming stuff, cut that out of my life and focus on work because I've been behind. So I finished one proposal and I'm 60% through the next one, just waiting on like this list of 7 people to give me their bid so I can finish that. But yeah, it's been 2 really long days at work. Today will be a short day, going home early to watch Bailey's swim meet and see the kids and the wife. Haven't seen them since Sunday, so that'll be a good time.
Hey, Stan.
Clients are all happy. Everyone's happy. It's just I feel like I'm behind and I'm letting them and my schedule down, but they're happy. So it's like this weird thing.
If
My
I was
expectations
hiring
are higher
someone,
than theirs.
if I was hiring someone, I would subconsciously expect that to be the feeling that they have. I hope that's not a negative thing, but it's like I would want someone to be okay, where is the inefficiency? Do I have to think about, like, even me, like I feel that way right now, like with like, a completely different, set of client tasks. But I'd rather feel this way because if I didn't feel this way, I don't think I would care as much. So I think it's really good. Where are you? Those are some big breaths. That was really great. Where are you on a scale of 1 to 10 right now, Dom?
Me?
Yeah.
Ooh. I don't know. I've 6, maybe 6.5, 7, somewhere in there. Yeah. Like I'm good. I just know I'm in one of those, like, and I'm coming through like the next couple months they're going to be difficult for me too and stressful a lot.
Yeah.
So
okay,
it's fine. I'm ready for it. But yeah, the other part, and I'll use this as the segue into the reading, is I'm just not eating well right now. I'm just all over the place. So, I'm feeling it. I'm not eating well and I'm not moving well, right? So I'm working well and I'm focusing well. But I'm letting everything else slide. Like it's one of those things, like, don't think I can do it all. So I just kind of got to go in and out of some things. And so right now I'm kind of out of food and training or working out or walking or whatever. So let's talk about food.
I hear you, man. Well, hey, hold on. Before we go there, let's make it a goal. I feel like I'm at a 7 too. Let's make sure that we're getting at least to an 8 by the time I get off this call. All right.
Let me finish. I think
that would be great.
I'm a +8 currently. Are we choosing? Okay.
I'm trying to stay on Dom's drinking pattern right now. See how I feel.
Food.
Remember, it's 5:45 a.m. for me.
I totally sympathize with Dom's feeling. Food is always the first thing for me that goes out the window when I'm feeling stressed or busy or in transit. There are times during the day at school where I literally have to tell myself I deserve to eat. Like I'll bring lunch. I'll pack a lunch every day, and I'll even tell myself that I deserve to go to the bathroom. Like there's even like during my break time, there's things I'm still like kind of like getting ready and like polishing up. And those are both like how many hours a day do I spend either hungry and ignoring it or holding in a pee? A lot. And those are not good things. It's like I have to remind myself that I need food. Even if I'm not very hungry. Like I heard there was some movie I watched where I heard the main character said like I eat after the work's done. And I took that as like, that's good. I should just eat when the work's done. But like I could easily make the work never end. So then I never eat. So it's like I don't have like a solid like food diet system. I eat well. I don't eat enough. But that's definitely a struggle for me.
Why? What do you think food would do for you if you were more proactive, or you kind of schedule it in instead of waiting for yourself to deserve it?
It would make me happier, Ryan, and
right.
not as scratchy on the inside.
So what do you do in your classes, like when you don't have class, like when you don't have kids in front of you, or when they're all at a recess or a lunch? I'm not 100% sure about your schedule. Like you have some downtime, right? Or is that just when you reorganize, clean up, prepare for the next class, and that's where your brain's not telling you to either pee or eat? It's saying the savages are out of the room. I can decompress for a second.
I'm usually doing that, reorganizing.
Yeah.
I'm always thinking there's something that I could like polish up for the next class, whether it's like the slide with directions or the way that I present something or the way I have something set up. That's just kind of where my mind always is. Just, what didn't go good last time? How can I make sure that is more understandable? Thinking about like stupid little individual things like, oh, these things are out of place. Let me go across the room and put them. And my transit across the room to put these things away results in me finding other things that have to also go in other places. So it's just this big cycle. So it's definitely a time where I have to remind myself to check out. Everything will be okay. We're almost done with the year and nothing's exploded.
Is there a detriment to you not eating, which I think is kind of also what a lot of the reading was today, whether it was talking about a couple in marriage or kids that weren't eating and like having kind of snacks ready, and like, all right, Ryan Holiday, chill out. Mom's not the only one who carries snacks with them. But
maybe usually, but yeah, it's like if like the day could go great, but like once the day ends, you definitely notice that crash a bit more. And then, the times when I'm, when I snack regularly and then I have a meal, I'm much more on the level, which I'm sure you guys might find too. And you might find with your kids. It's like if they eat, they don't lose their shit at 7:30 at night and ask where dinner is.
I can't help but like fall into some counseling type of thoughts right now.
Let's do it, Ryan. This is you. This page is all you right now.
I know. I want to just like mute me and Jason and just like let you run this space. These are the least amount of words Ryan's ever said, and the reading is about food and being hangry. So I feel like Ryan needs to teach us all something.
You're saying I talk too much? Is that what you're saying?
Not today. Oh, not on food day.
I also get extremely self-conscious with the music going on here. But I always think about like, you know, the kids going through this and how like Jason's putting all of this into words right now about like, I know I'm not eating. This is the detriment. I know when I do eat, I feel this way. And a little kid just doesn't know. And even like kids that are a little bit older, right? They don't really know like what it means to actually be fed. And that's really scary, right? Or a kid knows like what it means to actually have good energy or good focus. And so like as parents, I think we have to step in and kind of teach these things because if I were to ask my 8-year-old and definitely not my 4-year-old, like, you know, you're going to eat right now. What's this going to do for you? Right. Or if you don't eat, like we're still on the idea of like protein grows muscle, fiber helps your butt and your brain. Right. Like those are the things that we always really talk about at home. But, you know, more importantly, I think what we want to understand is like how emotional our life is. Like crazy. Like we are so emotional, right? And so we're not going to be able to control our emotions if our biological hunger is not taken care of. So I always love this conversation around biological hunger and then our like psychological hunger, our emotional hunger, right? But like when we get home in the evening, we're almost focusing on trying to get ourselves emotionally regulated and our kids too. But we're not going to get emotionally regulated unless we're biologically fed or biologically supported, right? So we need to make sure that we are well fed, or else judging ourselves emotionally or our kids emotionally, that's BS. So keeping up with these like regular, where's your Celsius, place? Where's your Celsius? We're all drinking Celsius.
Now I got to drink 2.
You're
Dom's on
muted,
his
by the
Dom
way.
right now. I think he's probably trying to mute it.
Oh no, I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
We love you, and we're so happy you're here. Did you buy a wand?
I did not.
Ah,
Next
Well
time.
done. Well done. I'm fully on board of not buying the wand.
goodness.
Because we were there for 24 hours. We went to the pool. We ate. We went to the pool. We slept. We went to the pool. We went home. So I think we did what we needed to. And the only souvenir we got was a $12 wolf that you could color, and it's a bank.
Nice.
Yeah.
Next time, just give me a little bit more advance notice. I'll just ship you one of my 3 of them that I have.
Oh, that's a great idea. Passing the baton wand.
Yeah, exactly.
I would love to go play Magic Quest with all you guys. It'd be so fun.
Just V-Dad's raid Great Wolf. They're like, "Where are your kids? What? What are you talking about?" they're with their moms. That's why you see the smiles.
We're here for us. Yeah.
Maybe that's our first.
We'll need to. It just needs to get planned. You know, if it's planned, we'll show up most likely.
Yeah.
But anyway, we were talking about food. Talking about the reading today. And I think that I see a lot of people, what I was saying is that I see a lot of people like judging themselves or even judging their kids like emotionally before we actually think about if they're taken care of like biologically, right? So, you know, I think it's hard for us to regulate ourselves. I think it's hard for us to, you know, judge ourselves on performance, you know, if we don't have, you know, things that are in our brain that's well fed, right? If we're not well fed, we're not going to have mood regulation. We're not going to have dopamine for things just like, you know, focus and motivation there. We're not going to be able to have serotonin to just feel good, right? All these kind of things. And so when these kids don't have it, it's like we're judging them, but like they're coming into the conversation. They're coming in at like a severe deficit already, but then we're trying to use these like emotional tools to help them. But the emotional tools are like less than band-aids if the biological side is not taken care of. And it's hard because that comes into like the picky eating and then like when we're skipping meals and like, you know, all those kind of things too. Dom, how are your kids eating as they kind of get a little bit older right now, your girls?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, commenting on what Jason said earlier about like how he needs to remind himself to eat. Like, I think that seems to be a common thing because the main thing that happens to me when I pick my girls up is they get in the car and they're like, "Do you have any food? Do you have any water?" So like, you know, going back to like moms aren't the only ones with snacks in their purse. Like I have a bag of snacks in my car. It's mostly for me because I have like a 2-hour drive home. But yeah, it's been very helpful when the girls get in the car to have some snacks that they like. So yeah, I don't think they think about it much either, or there's just too much of the hustle and bustle of school. There's too much of the, this is the only time I get to interact with my friends because they're all in one place. It feels weird to just sit and eat versus sit and talk. And yeah, I just don't think that they think about it. Like they'll not even eat breakfast except for like when I'm home. I'm like, hey, you guys, can we just eat some breakfast? Let's all eat some breakfast together. Like you just get one good breakfast in you, and you'll be so much better. So I've been trying to teach them, as I learn more from you about what are the good things to put in my body. I've been trying to teach them the same thing. I like the simple way you just explained protein for the muscle and fiber for the brain. I appreciate you
Butt and
making it
brain. Butt and brain. Butt and brain.
butt and brain. Okay, well if I say butt, that might be good for Bentley. He'd be excited about that, but the girls would be like, wait, I don't need my butt to be working better. But yeah. Blaze, you got snow on your car? Nice. All right. I'm sure you're not happy about that, but Mr. Dom, I have a question. Who's that? Who's was up? 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
This is questionable. Let's see what the question is. There's a person. Benefit of the doubt.
What you got, Blaze? How are your kids with food?
Let's make it a couch question.
What's the question?
Mr. Dom, I have a question. That was my question. All right. What's up?
What snacks do you keep in your car?
What snacks do you keep in your car? Me?
Sorry, Ryan.
Everybody.
The one I have that Bailey and I look forward to the most is the little like Nature's whatever trail mix kind of thing.
Oh,
So it's like peanuts, chocolates, raisins, all in a little mix.
I think that I think helping anyone. I mean, even like asking, Jason, like, what's the detriment? I always love talking about detriments. Like when you kind of push someone to do something, like what is the detriment of you doing something or not doing something? I think detriments speak so much louder than positive takeaways sometimes. But it's more to kind of challenge kind of like things there. But does everyone kind of talk with their kids about food, like about the purpose of food, or kind of like what the doesn't feel like a mechanism of action, right? But it's just like something like, okay, we eat this because, or we do this. I think once purpose is behind something, it kind of gives more of a why behind it. But we're also busy as hell. So it's hard sometimes, right? We're just like, just eat your damn pasta for the 7th night in a row. Let's get to bed, right? So it's like, it's just hard.
Yeah, but conversations around food are usually yelling and sometimes crying. Like you have to eat because you're angry, but I'm like me and Kristen we're yelling. So that doesn't help anything. Then doesn't make the kid want to eat salad or at least 3 pieces of the chicken that I slaved over. It's like once in a blue moon, it's like we're gonna have some oatmeal for breakfast instead of cereal because it's healthier. That's more of like a summer break conversation when we're not rushing.
Yeah. I would hope mostly that it's people that can definitely think about before taking things away from your kid. Cause like, I think that kids do want to eat and they end up kind of getting so much into these snacks. I hate when my kids are snacking all the time. We're in the school promotes snacks all the time, but definitely the idea of like, okay, if that's what you're eating, all right, but let's also bring in, I think that inclusive side of things is definitely helpful and making sure it's like here. I also love the idea of making sure that you have that food available. Like I love like, we don't do this well all the time, but like keeping the snack drawer available to the girls, knowing it's going to be good, but then also keeping the bottom shelf of the fridge kind of stock the things like the yogurt, or if it's going to be, cut up fruit or cut up vegetables like that, they can grab it on their own. And I think kind of being like, okay, you can have whatever you want to, like it's there, just go grab it. I think that access thing and just kind of like building up at least the knowledge, and also I think the autonomy around it is definitely important. It's a big conversation. I love this conversation, but it changes week to week, especially with kids and parents. So it's all right.
Here's my dream, like food shopping. I feel like we have so many bags of chips. Kristen claims that we end up eating all of them, but I want to, and I've tried this before, and for some reason it always falls through. I've always tried having just like a roster of the foods that we eat the most, and like the best foods, like the meats, the vegetables, the fruits, and like maybe the more healthy snacks, and just that. And I'm like, we'll save so much money.
Look at Dylan Ray over here.
Oh, get out of here. That's AI. You totally AI generated that.
What is that? What am I looking at?
I think he just texted the parent group. And so
I low key want to like text the parent group the total budget for food going out, groceries, everything that looked like it was classified as food on our expenses for the last 3 months. But I'm also very scared because the number was extremely high. I couldn't.
It
believe
always
it.
is. It's always higher. Like I always feel like we could get by with like a Spartan diet of like no more than $800 a month. And I mean, now probably not possible. But I'm
Yeah,
like, we're
I think
spending way too
I
much
think it was
money.
more like that per person. It's just
Yeah,
like,
it definitely is not anywhere close to that.
yeah.
Guys, I have to go. Great to see you all again. Have a great Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever day it is.
Pack your snacks.
I will. I'm going to wrap them.
Remember, it's Dad's birthday tomorrow. Don't forget that.
And then it's Mom's birthday on Monday. Don't forget that one either.
Yeah, but they're cruising at Mom's
April
birthday, so
birthdays,
it's less
dude.
important.
My brother-in-law's was like 2 days ago. My mother-in-law's was yesterday or today. April's just what's 9 months ago? Like people
All right,
were
I gotta
getting
get my
busy
notes.
around that time.
We got to go.
All right,
See you guys.
See ya.
see you,
Bye-bye.
buddy.
Bye. Have a good day, everybody.
See you, Blaze. It's good to see you.
Easter's on Sunday. Don't forget.
Easter is on Sunday.
Miss you guys. Later, Gators. Best day ever.
Goodbye.
Hearts and coffee.
Mugs with gratitude. Get out of this. All right, buddy. You good?
I think so. I think I'm good. I was feeling, when it hits 9 o'clock, I'm like, we should definitely go to keep at least some structure. And then sometimes I'm like, you know what? I feel like I have that time right now because I don't have that time. We got to stick with this structure, I guess. You know what I mean? Are you feeling like you're at 8? Hold on. We didn't share any gratitude. Can we do that quickly? You want to do gratitude quickly to get ourselves from a 7 to an 8 as best as we can?
Sure. Yeah.
Unless you
Roll
share
with it.
that.
Go ahead. I didn't. That's something that I didn't even do this morning. Normally I do my gratitude journal right before the show, but I think I got here a little late, which is weird because I woke up pre-alarm. So I don't know what it was, but I was just in the funk. Again, I think it's just been a lot of the load that I've been carrying that I've been trying to get off recently. I partook in alcoholic beverages yesterday, so I think I'm feeling a little hazy from that. I woke up with a pretty strong headache. So the Advil has kicked in. So I am grateful for Advil and Celsius and that I have both of them at the ready all the time because I just know that that's what helps me. So, yeah, I was thinking to myself, I really do need to, try to lock back in on getting the right foods in me and staying away from day drinking and stuff like that because while it is a quick little patch, it does kind of like hurt me in the aftermath. So, but like I said, going to be able to go home early today. I have a short couple of meetings in the morning, and then I'll be able to bounce out and drive home with the shortest traffic possible. Get to hang out with my wife for an hour or so before the kids get out of school. And so, yeah, I'm grateful that today's Wednesday. I love Wednesdays.
Okay. Hey, Dom, just remember back to how great you were when you're doing some of that meal prep stuff. Just don't think that you have to do it at that level. I think that if you do anything, just go grab at least like 2 different proteins and just work them in whenever you can throughout the day. Just make sure it happens. Because you can be so good at it. You got it.
Yeah, I think the repetitiveness got to me of it like being the same thing every week. You know, I'm like, I'm good with the same thing every week a good amount of time, but then I'm just all of a sudden not good, you know, and I just don't want to eat it anymore. So I think I'm like just at that phase. That's all.
Yeah. Hey,
I gotta
make
switch
it
it up.
easy. Get someone else to make it for you then if that's the case. Keep it around. This is like a good time for like meal delivery services for people. They'll do it for like a week or two just to kind of switch things up and then they're good.
Oh, okay.
uh, um, I don't know where my gratitude is so much sitting there, but I know that Lauren and I have been trying to communicate a little bit better recently, which has been really good. Just to kind of have that openness to kind of do it, which I thought was really important. We've actually been using a lot of ChatGPT to kind of get some thoughts connected, which has been really helpful. But I think just you know I think being around people in my life that I know do have good relationships and good marriages still, it's always kind of helpful to kind of know it's like, okay, got it. Like we definitely can kind of move challenges in one direction or another. I mean, challenges always come up, but as long as we kind of have a good true north, I think it always helps right there. But,
Yeah.
communication and the hard times, the good times are always important there. So I think overall, as busy as we've been, I think trying to keep working on that. Has been really good. So, having a partner that is open and willing to do those things, I think is important.
That's awesome. Do you know if
Yeah.
ChatGPT can you co-collaborate? I know you can share your chat, but I wonder if you like can invite and have like a couples counseling through ChatGPT, but where
I
you're both
just,
on your own accounts.
I was looking for that because I had taken a few things that we were communicating about and I plugged them into Chat GPT and I was what needs to be answered here? Like what needs to be
Yeah.
asked to kind of piece things together? Um, and it gave me some questions. And again, Lauren and I were both very aware that we were using ChatGPT here, so it wasn't like we're hiding behind anything. But
Mm-hmm.
the idea there was that I just copied and pasted what I saw to her, and then she gave me some responses, and we kind of used them. But I did try and look for a collaboration button, which I thought I saw one time, but I guess maybe I saw what you're talking about. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I saw where you can share it to someone, and I don't even know what that looks like on the other person's end.
Hmm.
Um, but I thought when I had seen that it said something like uh, this person can, yeah, it just creates a link. Your name, custom instructions, and any messages you add after sharing stay private. So it really just lets them see the past. If you continue in that chat, you'd have to reshare. So it's not like it looks like they just get a readable version, not a writable version. So it's not like they can add to the chat.
Oh, got it. Uh, yeah, I would have to assume that there is going to be some sort of AI agent, something out there that you can definitely collaborate with. It would be hard for me to think there's not, or at least like if it's not there, we should build something to have these conversations.
Yeah,
Because
right?
even if it was like hey, you guys just talk openly for the next 24 hours, just like text back and forth, and then like there's like a collaborate button or some sort of button right there that you would kind of basically selecting that's okay now analyze our discussions and our communication. That would be really
Mm-hmm. Yep.
interesting. That like, okay, this is what you guys really focus on, this is what you don't focus on, this is what you could kind of look at a little more. But if there is something out there, actually I'd love if someone could let us know. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, buddy. All
All
right.
right. All right. I'm at an 8. I'm good. I'm feeling good. Thanks, Dom. Just seeing your face makes me at least 1% happier and better. So,
All right, you too, man. Thank you very much for hanging out.
all right.
Appreciate
Yeah.
you. And we'll talk tomorrow.
All
See
right.
you
See you.
guys later.